What's up, y'all? Today we're here at Mogul's Palace, and today we're gonna go over the marquee number rental business. So the first thing I want to do is go over the pros and cons. So one of the pros is that our marquee numbers is about 4 feet tall. So you can see with me standing right next to it, it comes up pretty high. Another thing I love about this marquee number, specifically from China, is that it's all metal. Meaning that if people are moving it around, if people are knocking it down by mistake, you know that your marquee number that you paid all that money for is protected. Lastly, they come with color changing light bulbs, which you can't really get at any other place. Like any other way that you would do a DYI, you would have to go to Home Depot or Best Buy, buy the Hue light bulbs that connect to your phone and change the color for each one of these. But each one of these are another $20, $30 that you're spending on each light bulb. So they're pretty expensive if you go that route. I like getting it all in one from China, hard metal casing, and I'll show you an overview of how the app works. All right, guys, so the first thing you're gonna do is gonna open up your app, search for SP107E, right? We go to that, it's connecting, and now we're connected. So some features is, obviously you can see it changing through the multiple colors. If you wanted to set it to a standard color, you can just move the dial. And you can dial in any color that you want. This comes in very useful when you're dropping it off to a client that wants to change the color while you're away on another delivery. You don't have to drive all the way back. You can give them the app, walk them through it, and just basically pick whatever color you want. And it's easy, it's just that easy. All right, so let's go over some of the cons that I really don't like about the marquee numbers so far, as long as I've had it. So one thing I'll tell you first of all is that this thing's kind of heavy. It's all metal, so it's not as light as just picking up like 3 inches going. I know the DYI wood ones are a lot lighter. Ours is a little heavier. Are they too heavy to carry? Not necessarily, but they are a little heavier. That's something that's going to be a concern to you. Another thing I don't like is here's the wiring inside, in case you guys want to get a breakdown of the wiring. But another con is that they have these proprietary light bulbs from China. So these aren't some off-the-shelf light bulbs that I can get from somewhere else. So the reason you see that I'm missing some here is because I had to replace some of the light bulbs in my other fixtures. And because I had to do that, I had to take it from another fixture that I had. So what I would suggest is that if you're buying it from China, just buy 20 extra light bulbs just in case they go out. They don't go out often. I probably had 2 go out in the last 7 months. But I do put them in the back of my truck where it shakes and rocks a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting that a couple might go out every now and again. But yeah, this cord is very proprietary, I think, for this light bulb. And then let me show you the case that actually powers this whole unit. This is the actual back, right here. This is the cord that's plugged into the wall. But as you can see, it's another proprietary unit. It comes with this thing that you can buy online. My girlfriend found it online a couple of times, but this right here, I don't know what it is, where to get it from. If there's something you want to DIY yourself, you definitely can do it, but you're gonna need these pieces to make it wirelessly connected to that app. And as you can see, it connects right to the marquee numbers from this strap right here. So you just twist it off, then it comes loose. On the inside, it has a little groove, probably too close. You had a little groove that you just push it in, line them up, turn it, and then it's all plugged up. And then from there, you just be going to your phone app to control the light. All right, let's start off with some suggestions I would give someone if they're gonna start their own marquee number business. One thing is you're gonna need that dolly. My father bought me this square dolly that I've used. I'll show you in the B-roll clip of me using it with the throne chair. But it's real easy to set one of these or 2 of these in that same square and just roll it into the venue. Very easy. That's going to combat that little problem of it being a little too heavy if you're all by yourself. Another suggestion I would say is buy some extra cords. We've had some times where like our little power cord would just rip up or something like that. We had it damaged a couple times. Buy some extra cords. It comes all the way from China. It's going to take a long time to get another one from China. You're not going to be able to get one off the market and build and DIY it yourself fast enough. So I would suggest just buying a couple extra from China. That way you can have it for when you need it. And then lastly, get an extension cord. There's a lot of times we go to a venue, a person wants to set up right in front, and then we have the power outlets far away from where they're actually sitting. So just get a power strip. That way you're not stretching your power cord from China. That's very finicky. So now that we finished the breakdown of why I would suggest getting Marquee Numbers for your next rental business, the only thing I would like to do is go back, show you the numbers, show you how much money we've made in the last 6 to 7 months so you can see if it's a great investment for you. What's up, y'all? Future Ty here. Now I'm gonna give you the Marquee Number breakdown and see the financials. Does it work? Does it not work? Are we in profit, not profit? Let's just figure out the numbers. So first thing I want to do is show you my supplier. As you can see on my screen right here, my supplier is WeWork, whatever you want to call it. But this is the supplier right here, Fusion, Lenshin, Machine, whatever. They're the people that we bought the numbers from. I was actually in contact with a lady named Daisy, and I'll show you a little bit of our conversations. But this is the people that I decided to go with for when it came to creating my numbers. As you can see, they also have a lot of other stuff that I probably would recommend them for, but as of right now, the thing I could definitely recommend them on is the Marquee Number. Daisy Dang is the person that I've been talking to. She helped me with my payments and everything from China. So let's start from the beginning. So our first message, Daisy Dang, back in the day, and those are just some numbers. Let's just get to what I want to show you. And she sent me over our conversations. She told me the price of everything. And the price for everything came out, So when I first talked to Daisy Dang, the pricing came out to $18.10. So you can see that it cost me $130 each number, plus $60 for each adapter and receiver. I ended up getting 2 because I was a little nervous about not having enough adapters and receivers. So that's kind of the route that I chose to go. But this isn't the final price. She has another price that includes the shipping, and the shipping is a whole nother issue, right? So don't get deceived when you talk to her or any other supplier. Ask them, how much is the shipping with the total cost? This is how much it costs if I was in China and I bought it from them right then and there. But there's also shipping all the way to America, which is a whole additional cost. And I want to show you that so you're not caught off guard. So we're starting at $8.10, right? And then this is the shipping. So the shipping includes all these different things right here. This is the DDU. So if I'm gonna see if I can pull up another invoice, but here's the invoice that I had. The first invoice, it's just a PNG. But there's a DDU under it, and that DDU is this DDU freight. So this is like, how much it's gonna cost to get it to you. And it's only valid for a couple of days because things are changing. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Prices are changing. So yeah. Obviously, I stay out in Detroit, so she's trying to figure out our cost to Detroit. It might be different from other places. Now, one thing I didn't understand, I was just kind of not paying attention. Here's a $672 cost that I'm gonna have to pay out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that I pay to the port here when they're importing it to America, and I can show you that right now. So the company that reached out to me was ICL USA. This is the people that contacted me, and then they gave me an invoice for about a couple $100. It was about $600 to be exact, but I just kind of want to give you an idea of how much everything costs. So here's a breakdown. So when I first reached out to Daisy, she sent me an invoice, and I just had to pay a deposit. Now the 905, she adjusted this because as time goes on, she adjusts the total amount to include everything else. But when I first started, it was $18.10, and that 50% deposit of $18.10 will be $905. Then she put the remaining balance of the shipment and the final remaining balance. So altogether, when I paid Daisy, I'm gonna add it up for you, just so because I know the numbers are a little confusing. I paid $18.10. And it was around, she assumes it's around 3,000 some change or whatever like that. 3,500 is what they tell you when you first sign up. But this is the amount that I ended up paying, $26.89. So plus $26.89, and that's $4,499. That's the total amount of money I paid, and that was divided up into these 2 payments right here. So I paid the $905. So let's divide. Let's take out the minus $905. And this amount, $35.94, is what I have remaining. Okay, and we divided that up into 2 payments. So if I take 1769 from there minus 1 769. Leaves that 18,205. Now mind you, I only paid a 905 deposit, so if I add plus 905, which is the other side of that deposit that I had to pay, it equals 2730, which is this, 2730. So I just want to show you with the numbers. I know it's kind of confusing, but in total, main point is I paid $4,499 to them for all those numbers and the shipment here. So let's go about what I ended up getting. I ended up getting 1 0, 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should have gotten another 0. So I suggest if you go this route, trying to just start with numbers, get 2 of the first 4 numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Those are the numbers that you frequently go around about. 18, 20s, 30s. Those are the numbers that go out often. And if you give a lot of comments and likes, I'll change it up to show what numbers are the most popular. But right now, what I can say is that the zeros go out a lot more often than I anticipated. So I do suggest you guys get 2 zeros when you first start. So now that we've went through and broken down how much I paid for everything, 4499, and then we're going to add the $600 from ICL USA. So let's see, 4499 plus, let's say $600. It was around $600. I don't have the exact number in front of me, but we're going to save about $5,100 for the total cost. So $5,100. Now let's see how much money we've made. So this is how much money we've made using the Marquee Numbers. Let's just add this up real quick. So $5,100 is the total amount we paid. $3,900, how much we made from this one. See, this is our 2 Marquee number package. So people book 2 Marquee numbers 36 times, and that equals 3,900. Plus 300 for that one time. So I only got 3 numbers. Okay. And then plus 300 for all those times people got the 1 Marquee number. So right now, it looks like we're at a deficit. We paid $5,100 for the numbers, but we only made $45,000. Not too good. But you got to keep in mind, we also have an event space where we rent out the numbers. Let's take that into consideration. And this is where I feel like I was a little bit surprised, because at first I was like, oh, it's only been, from July to December, yeah, only about 6-7 months. But, I was hoping to see that we at least, turned into profit mode. Well, if you also include all the times we rented it out at the hall, these are all $100 each. So let's remember our number. Right now we're at 45. We have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 21 events where we rented out our Marquee Numbers for $100. So that's an additional, so plus $2,100 minus the $5,100. And right now, we've made our investment back, and we're looking about $1,500 over our original investment. So we net $1,500 after 9 months, and that's paying back everything that we've paid for the Marquee Numbers. Now going forward, it's going to be all profit. So I really want to just go through the numbers for you and let you see that, like, most of these, it is a big investment, but it works out. Oh, and here's the screenshot to show how much we actually paid from remember I told you that to pay that shipping fee of $678. Here it is right here. But I tell you all this just to show you that in about 6 to 7 months, we've made all our money back that we invested, and we made an additional $1,500 of extra cash. Now, going forward, it's all going to be profit. So that $5,100 goes straight to our pockets every 6 months, And we're starting to ramp up. As you can see, I don't know if you've seen it from our other other link, but we've made more investments to get some new numbers and start some new things that we're going to do. So that's our quick breakdown. You know, if you have any other questions, you can comment below. Make sure you give it a like, make sure you subscribe, and yeah, we just keep moving forward. Start making your investments.